So talking about image systems, the purpose of image systems for directors. An image system is the bespoke language developed for a film that helps deepen meaning and strengthen a filmmaker's voice. So it's a way to think about how you create a language for your film. An image system is a language for your film. Okay? Now there's no one. What I'm going to go through different things with you today and to give you some ideas of what those things can be. But the language that you're building is bespoke to you and bespoke to the film itself. So there is no one way of doing it. It's not like if I put the camera here and someone's on the left of the screen, it always means this. It can generally, and I'll be talking about those things, but you use these tools to build your language, basically, as a filmmaker. Okay? It consists of recurring motifs. So these are visual elements that reinforce the theme, enhancing the narrative, adding depth to character, and evoking emotions. The theme is a big thing here. So once you know what your film is about, that's the stuff that you can use to build your visual language. Okay? It's the meaning underneath your visual language. Screenwriters often implement image systems in their scripts, and this is a good starting point for directors. So if you're not sure where your image system comes from, the first place you'd usually look to is the script itself. So, because technically speaking, the screenwriter should have an idea of what the theme is in their screenplay that they're creating. And you can, if you're writer-directors, you will be doing that as well. And you may even be thinking about the images further down the line as a writer-director. When you are creating a film from a script, you have leeway as a director. Often you'll get screenwriters who write a script and they'll helpfully put directions in there for you. And often one of the things you do as a director is you go through and you just put a line through them so you can make those decisions yourself. Now, that's totally your call. You can make the script into however you see it as a director, but what you can't generally do is go against the core of that screenplay. You know, there will often be a meaning in that screenplay that you kind of need to adhere to some degree. And that's really going to be at the level of the theme and the subtext that's underneath. For a director, this language is communicated through cinematography, mise-en-scène, and editing. There are other ways you can do this. Performance itself is a language. So you can think about, this is stuff that you would work with your actors with. So there is different techniques you can use to communicate psychology through gesture, for example. These are things that you can bring in as well. We're not going to discuss that today. I'm going to do a separate module on directing actors for directors as well at some point in the future. Image systems are not the technical choices, but the intention behind those technical choices. This is the way to think about it. Okay? There will be a lot of repetition in what I'm going through today to sort of reinforce these points. And so by the end of it, you will kind of get, it's the gist of what I'm talking about. So I'm using high key lighting, strong architecture locations, and low camera angles is not an image system. But I'm using high key lighting, strong architecture locations, and low camera angles to communicate the theme of alienation and reinforce my character's psychological oppression is an image system. Okay? So the difference is intention and meaning. Okay? That's what we're talking about here, how to build that visual language for yourself as a filmmaker.